Cam's story, I had a flashback. It reminded me of a couple of times in grade school and in high school. And it's not that I had heard this story about Persepolis before. This was new to me. It's that thinking back to the best teachers I've ever had, there was a consistent theme. These were people who were able to take history and transform them from boring, static facts into a live story, something that I could visualize and that I could get excited about. And I'm glad that Cam did that, because frankly, when he first started talking about Persepolis and Kosh and these places in Asia, I started to think, man, I really gotta pay attention. These are gonna be hard places for me to remember. But they weren't, because he told the story in an exciting way. The cadence of his speech, his body movement, the way that he emphasized things when he was describing Kosh's battle, for example, they made it very easy to get involved in the story and not to pay attention like you're simply listening to a history lesson, but to get excited about it like you're listening to a story that a storyteller is telling you or a wise old friend is telling you. Now, of course, there are always ways that we can look to improve speeches, and frankly, as good a speech as this was, I can find a couple of things. They're minor, frankly, though. One thing I'd point out was the pacing. I felt in the beginning there was a little bit too much pacing back and forth. That indicated, of course, the excitement that Cam had for what he was telling. A minor point, something that could be revised in the next telling of the speech. And one other thing I would point out has to do with the final battle, the battle where Kosh uses his words and his reputation to gain victory and to scare off his enemy with 300,000 soldiers. Now, we as an audience felt like we all understood that and we understood what had happened, but at the same time as people in the modern society who are used to seeing the special effects of Avatar and Disneyland's World of Color and things of that nature, sometimes it can be difficult to appreciate how at that time in history banners and fireworks might have scared folks and made them feel intimidated. Now, historically, that's what happened. Did a great job with that, Cam. I would just say if you were revising the speech, that might be one small area to focus on. But really, we're talking about a minor difference. It was great. You got the point across, definitely. These are minor tweaks. You also did a fantastic job with your selection of your theme and the way that you tied everything together. This was a quality story. I mean, if this was a novel, this would be a bestseller. When you talked about the way that words and reputation can overcome the strength of an army, you spoke to us as Toastmasters. This is the stuff we want to hear, because we're here to learn to communicate. And you validated that for us. So your selection of topic and theme was just spot on for this audience. I really enjoyed this speech. I hope that I have the opportunity to listen to you speak again. Keep doing what you're doing. It's